Also, guys, I want to say a big thank you for joining us today. It was an interesting week. The market was not entirely bad.
Yeah.
We saw some good days. There were some not so good days as well. But overall, the market did quite okay this previous week. What do you think?
Yeah, it was quite good. There are a lot of companies that are getting back to normal price, and some are still struggling with the previous dip we had over the past weeks. We were also very curious about what Powell was gonna say on, I think, Wednesday, which kind of didn't really affect the stock market. It was a quite low beginning in the morning hours, and then later on it just peaked after the speech that everything is going to be normal and we shouldn't panic for any inflation and things like that. So it has been a good week. I really hope that we will get back to where we're coming from. That is 3 weeks ago prices, because I mean Tesla. A lot of stocks are now selling at discount.
Yeah, Tesla is selling at a very, 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 very low price at this moment. Okay, not as low as say 8 months ago, but compared to the highs and what it has been over the past 1-2 months, it's relatively low.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in all these big companies like Tesla, maybe it's time for you
Yeah.
to.
Tesla, Neo, Square.
Yeah, Tesla, Neo Square, AMD, all these big boys are quite down.
Yeah,
at
but
the
there's
moment.
something about AMD actually. I read in news that a lot of companies that are actually buying chips from them, like Microsoft and others, they're trying to make their own chip.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah, that's true. However, Microsoft's chip at least is not going to come. It's not going to be something that would happen in the next say 2, 3, 5 years. Let's say. Intel, on the other hand, is suffering badly because, of course, their chips are not as good as AMD's at this present time. It used to be better, but now AMD has really caught up and they are doing relatively well as well. Anyway, so going into the picks for last week, would you give us an
Yeah.
update?
So last week we had a couple of picks.
Yep.
The first one is ATNX. ATNX. They went down about 4% over the past 5 days. I'm still holding this one, and I feel like they'll probably come back after they revisit the research that they've made, the phase 3 for cure of a certain type of cancer. And the next pick was Mara, MARA, ticker symbol MARA, Marathon Digital. It's a digital currency or digital asset technology company, and they went up about 5.7% last week. As we all know, I think Bitcoin hit a new all-time high last week. So we also picked Riot, ticker symbol RIOT. It's also a blockchain company, and it went down 3% over the past 5 days. We also picked Jumia, ticker symbol GMIA. That is the Amazon of Africa, like they say, and it went down 12% last week. There are actually some news that talks about why it went down. I think you can check that out. Talking about the fact that they got into 9M ADS or something like that. I haven't really looked into the details, but I think there's a reason for that dip. But I'll be buying more of Jumia in this dip because I feel like this is a company that has great potential as long as they can keep their books clean and make proper earning calls. And the other picks are Palantir,
Yep.
ticker symbol PLTR, and it went down minus 9.6%.
Yeah, it was quite
last
down.
week. And the last one we picked for this week is TIGR, that is Up FinTech Holdings, TIGR, and it went down minus 12% over the past week. But I've been averaging my positions on these stocks that have been going down. I feel like they're good. We also want to highlight that we picked some stocks last week that really performed. We picked some up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we mentioned some. So at the end, we always have these honorable mentions. So we mentioned CLVS. Over the past week, CLVS was up 47.7%. There was the news about their cancer research. And that was on Friday. And it's really shot up the price a lot. Of course, I have been in for quite a while, But then I took profit at some point. I got back in, took profit again, and then got back in the third time and got stuck. So I'm currently stuck in there. We'll see if there's any other news in the future. But CLVS did relatively well.
The good thing about you being stuck is at least you're not at the 52 weeks all-time high yet. So the 52 week all-time high is $11, and it's currently trading at 7.6. So
Yeah.
there's still a probability.
There is. I got in at about 5, and then some units at about 7 as well, something like that. Anyway, and also last week there was KOPN mentioned. KOPN did about 15% up, and some picks from the previous video, so not the last one, but the second to the last one. Vuzi.
Yeah, Vuzi.
Vuzi did quite well over the week. And yeah, as we said yesterday, it does low key. You don't even realize it is going up that much. It just keeps going. At one point, you open your trading account or platform, you see it's like 22. The next maybe 2 hours, it's like 28. You're like, how did I miss that? It did about 20.85% last week, which is a relatively good one. Anyway, so those are the stock picks for last week, and I hope that you were able to do some nice things with these picks.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll be getting into the dips for Jumia and TIGR. They're really low. Also, I already have enough positions in ATNX. I don't think I'll be buying more. I think I already reached my limit risk for that one. But it's always important to do your own research, to check into what is going on, why the stocks are dipping. Majority of the stocks that I mentioned right now, they don't really have any news why they're dipping. It's just normal circumstances that is going on. So there's really nothing to panic about right now.
Yeah. Okay, so that's those are the picks for the previous week. We'll get into the picks for the coming week. All right. So stock picks for the coming week. Now, a lot of things, as we mentioned at the beginning, are still selling at discount prices. So we'll be just mentioning a few things. As we mentioned, Tesla is selling at, of course, discount price. AMD's also as well. Now, these are the, as we like to call them, MVPs. But my stock pick for the week is a company called Mark Ewing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the ticker symbol is MUX. That's the ticker symbol. And I have been experimenting with this stock for quite some time, just to make sure it is what it looks like, It is relatively cheap at the moment. It's trading at about $1.14. Now, there's a strategy, and I'll try to explain what I mean. I get in this stock at about 1.08, 1.09, thereabout, or sometimes even 1.1. And then I sell when it is about 1.2, 1.24. That's usually when I sell. The secret behind it is the volume, right? So you need to get quite a number of it. So about 100, 200, 300 units of it. And then you'll be more than happy at the returns. It moves drastically every day. And I think if you can find a suitable entry next week at about 1.1, just please get in. Get into this stock and let's make this money together. It's quite. I've been trading it for about 2-3 months now, and I must say this is exactly what I do. I buy it at specific price, sell it at that target. It doesn't go beyond that most of the time. 1.24 is the maximum it gets to for me. That I sell, and I think it's quite an interesting one for you to look into. Another stock is QD. So the ticker symbol is QDN. Yeah. We've traded it a few times, right? Initially, we had a plan to hold until it gets to its high, the all-time high. Pre-COVID prices. And that's about $8. It's selling at the moment for about $2.76, right? The same strategy here. We get in when it's a bit low. Now it's quite low. It goes up to like 3.4, 3.5 on a daily basis or every 2 days. So it depends on the direction of the market, really. But it is a stock that moves quite well, and I think it will be interesting for you to actually look into the stock. Yeah, over to you.
Well, for me this week, I'm still going to be looking at some of the picks we had last week. I'm currently making a very good or deep research on NTFs, NFTs rather,
Yeah.
which is the non-fungible tokens. So it's kind of like going on a trend right now, and we have seen a lot of companies that have possibility to go into this trend. They are really spiking up like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I might be day trading some of them. For example, we have a company called Imagine AR, which is ticker symbol IPNFF. They've been really going on the ride, and it's been crazy. And then there's another company called Hall of Fame Resort, ticker symbol HOFV. I'll be looking at how they react to the NFTs. These are very volatile and very risky.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this current technology going on right now, there's a very high tendency to
Yeah,
get
there's
some-
this big hype around these NFTs at the moment. I watched several videos about them, and I must be sincere, I really do not get it. But of course, we did not get Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general when it started or when there was this hype around it. So I think it's something to just pay attention to. Let's see what it is. A lot of people are getting crazy about it. So I think this picks things you should have at least in your watch list if you don't want to get in just yet. So,
Yeah. So
please pay attention to that.
yeah, and also I'll pick for this week. These are very risky stocks. I've been averaging some of my long-term hold companies, but this week I'll be looking forward to GME, GameStop. This is because they're getting an earnings announcement on Tuesday. I feel like there's going to be a hype by the Reddit guys on Monday, and it could probably be a good risk one. And also I'll be looking forward to TIGR, which we mentioned last week.
Up fintech, yeah.
Fintech. They'll be having a quarterly earnings announcement on Friday, and I feel like this could also influence the price of the stock. So those are my two watch lists, as well as reading more on NFTs and those two companies that we mentioned earlier that they are currently trading high because of NFTs. So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it from me as well. This coming week we're going to be consolidating a lot of our positions, and also try to average out those that needs to be averaged. Yeah, let us know down in the comment section if you have questions or there is anything you want
Any stock pick for
yeah,
us?
if you want to suggest some stocks for us to look into, please do that as well. We'll be more than happy to get those. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications. The video is going to drop, or the video drops every Sunday on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.